Hey folks, what's up? Ashish here for Technospot.Net and welcome to Dazen 1 review from Coolpad. It's another popular OEM from China which made its entry last month with the Android phones Dazen 1 and Dazen 7X. Priced at Rs 6,999 first and then slashed to 5,999, the phone offers great specs for its price and competes with many phones in this price segment. So if you haven't still bought the phone and expect to read and watch a review first, here is what we think about it after testing it for over a week. Build, design, touch and display. Dazen 1 offers decent build quality with plastic rear. There is a power button on the right and a volume knocker on the left. The feedback from the buttons are just great. The rear is matte finish and does get dirty a lot for white one. I would suggest get a black one if you are concerned about it. The edges are curved, it's easy to hold and can be managed well within one hand. The front of the phone has a 5-inch display with big bezel on top and bottom. The bottom has two capacitive buttons which light up only when you use them. And the middle button is fixed and marked with white. The rear holds the camera, LED flash and the speakers. The rear case can be taken out and you can also take out the battery, slide in your SIM and SD card. The screen is 5-inch IPS LCD with 720p display that delivers smooth swiping experience and instant touch response. I have no complaints. When it comes to colors, it looks vibrant and don't fade out when you change angles. Performance. The phone houses a Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 processor with Adreno 306. You get 1GB RAM, 8GB internal storage with microSD support for up to 32GB. There is a 8MP rear camera and a flash and a 5MP front camera. This version supports 4G on both the SIMs thanks to the Snapdragon 410. After using both light and heavy apps, with a lot of them running in the background, the phone performs decently. There are no lags, app switching is fast. However, when it comes to heavy games, it could be a problem. Also, you should know that Android lets you run a lot of apps in the background which in long term can slow you down. So it's not the phone which is causing the problem all the time. What I've experienced sometimes when using the task manager is the apps crashes many a times. If you have a heavy app, if you're trying to switch to that, it doesn't switch and sometimes it crashes the whole system of apps. The apps which I mostly use are Facebook, Twitter, Messenger, System apps, Asphalt 8 Airborne, Temple Run 2 and so on. Gaming experience. We tried a lot of casual games like Temple Run 2 and Subway Surfer and there are high-end games like Asphalt 8 Airborne. When played with high-end settings, it is very clear that it was hitting high on the graphics processor. Even though Adreno 306 is supposed to deliver a better experience, but it seems the combination is really not working out. We could see the graphics blurred out in the rear and it wasn't that sharp. When switched to medium, the game response was much better. The phone does heat up a lot, so stay away from taking calls after playing games. Here's a video of the review that you should take a look at. Camera. The whole camera experience disappointed us big time. Even though the camera is full of settings, but having an 8MP in the rear and a 5MP in the front sets up high expectations. We did a full review in a separate video. You can take a look there and check out the samples there. In a general view, the camera is not at par. The macros are really crap and when it comes to color reproduction, there is something wrong with the camera application itself. Cool Life UI. Dazen 1 comes with Cool Life UI, which is the stock ROM or the homemade ROM for the Coolpad guys. Now, when we first tried Coolpad Life UI, we got stuck into chicken egg question. Xiaomi had made the entry first and MIUI 6.0 is impressive. Cool Life UI resembles MIUI at many places, so anybody who had used MIUI, it might feel for it to be an inspired ROM. Now, let's keep away the comparison of the post and analyze that UI has to offer for first time user. It's colorful, it's full of animation, changing wallpaper. Using it is pretty awesome because the UI did not get stuck anywhere, which is a positive thing. Pressing the menu button on the left brings up the theme customization option. A long press launches the task manager. The task manager in particular is very sleek, but there are a lot of times it crashes the whole thing because when you are switching between heavy and light app, it causes a problem. Notification center lights up when you pull down the drawer. You have quick access to settings like notifications, brightness, controls and so on. The quick settings are also available when you get to see the task manager. The real set of customization is seen under its setting. You have a lot which is good in a way that will get every user something. I'm sure nobody will be able to use all set of customization completely. Features you should know. It can record incoming calls automatically or manually, end calls with power button, float bar calls so you don't get away from the app you're using. Now let's come to the darker side. The UI has its own set of hit and miss which makes it feel unpolished. Caller ID doesn't display names even though contacts are synced. It happens from time to time. Few system apps like settings, call sometimes don't appear in the recent app list. Call app shows up all of a sudden when you unlock your phone. It happens like every time. The default search in the contact book doesn't filter the contact as you type. You need to scan every time you want to search. The English in particular is still not perfect, but that should get fixed in future. Audio playback and music. When using earphones, the audio experience is just awesome. It's clear, volume is loud enough. I have tried out both online streaming and local music playback. There are tons of music players on Android which you can use for even better control as they have equalizer and another setting. Android on its core doesn't have equalizer. So this could be a little disappointing because when you are dependent on system apps like the Google Play Music, you don't have equalizer. So that's really not a good thing. Now when it comes to listening music over speakers, it will be little let down. If you keep it in your pocket or lay it flat on the bed or table, the volume cuts off large. Now this is a common scenario in India, at least I know. There are a lot of people who would like to listen to music on speakers, and if the volume goes down, so is the whole experience. However, you can turn around the phone and still listen to the music. Call experience. The call experience is great here. No hiccups, no call disconnect if network is strong. The only thing I did not like here is the call app. It shows up now and then, especially when I unlock the phone. Callers don't get identified by their name, even if they are in your books, and search needs a manual hit on scan many times. Battery. The phone lasts a max of 14 to 15 hours with 4 hours of screen time when used on 3G alone and moderate usage. When you get on heavy testing, it runs out of battery within 12 hours. At the max, the phone is a good daily driver, but you will end up charging it in next 10 hours. Value for money. At a price of Rs 5,999, it's a decent phone. You have a daily driver with a UI that delivers customization, decent game experience and music experience. You get a 720p display with vibrant colors and so on. Not a bad deal at all. However, it does come with its own set of disadvantages. Hand gaming results in heating, part of UI has bugs, and camera just doesn't live to an expectation when you buy a phone with 8 megapixel camera. That said, half the things can be fixed with a software update, including 50% of the camera issue. It is up to the Coolpad guys now to get it done in the next software update. So folks, that was my review of Coolpad Dazen 1. A mediocre phone in my opinion and really needs a software fix. It could be an Android issue, it could be a Cool Life UI issue, it doesn't matter, but it really needs a software update if the company wants to really do well in India. So guys, thanks for watching the video. If you did like the video, do share it and comment whatever your questions have and share it with your friends who want to see the Coolpad review, and also give it a thumbs up so that it helps us grow our channel. Thanks for watching.